So we're talking about volume of prisms for this particular anchor chart over here. We've got a rectangular prism and a triangular prism. We'll focus on the rectangular prism first. Now notice that it's the same formula for both of them. That capital B, similar to what we talked about with the previous video in terms of surface area, the capital B is going to stand for the area of the base. So this is a rectangular prism. That means the area of the base is going to be how to find the area of a rectangle. So that's why we're doing length times width right here. And then the height is going to be the height of this prism here, which will be the 3. So length and width will be the 15 and 5, height being the 3 over here. So once you plug in these numbers, simply multiply on length times width times height. So 15 times 5 times 3, multiply those 3 numbers to get 225 cubic millimeters. Remember, for volume, it's going to be cube units, so cubic millimeters there. Down here for this triangular prism, that means the base is going to be a triangle. So rather than using length times width, since it's a rectangular prism, you're going to be using the area of a triangle formula right here. So that's 1/2 times base times height, or we talked about you can use base times height divided by 2 as well. So here you have 1/2 times base times height, or base times height divided by 2. Remember, this h stands for the height of the prism, which is 6. Just to go back in, I'll talk about that again. Remember, the height of the prism, if it's a triangular prism, it's the line that's connecting the two bases. The bases are the triangles. So here you got one triangle, here you got the other triangle. So the height connects those two bases. So the 6 is the height of this prism here. So once you plug in your numbers, 3 and 4 representing the base and height of the triangle, 6 representing the height of the prism. You plug in your numbers here, it's 1/2 times 3 times 4. You could also do 3 times 4 divided by 2. Bring down this 6, here you get 6 for this one too. And you can do 6 times 6, you get 36 cubic centimeters. When you talk about volume of pyramids over here, this one's very, very similar for the formula, except you have a 1/3 in front. So over here, you had just base times height, or I should say the area of the base times the height. Here you have the area of the base times the height, but you also have that 1/3 there. That could also be written as divided by 3 instead of the 1/3. So you could have the area of the base times the height, and then do divided by 3, because multiplying by 1/3 and dividing by 3 are the same thing. So this is a square pyramid here. You see you've got the 4s down here representing length and width of that square. So I've got the area of this base, since it's a square, doing length times width, so 4 times 4. The height of this pyramid is going to be this 6 that's going through the center here. So I've got the 6 for that height of that pyramid. And we come down here, we do 4 times 4 is 16. And so from here, you can do 16 times 6 and divide it by 3. What I like to do is I say basically 1/3 of 6, or 6 divided by 3 is 2, and then 2 times 16 gives you 32. But different ways to do this problem here once you get it to this point. And then once you get your final answer, it's 32 feet cubed, or cubic feet for that final answer. Remember, volume again, having cubic units. This is just reminders that capital B is going to be the area of the base, whether it's going to be a square, rectangle, triangle, and the H is going to be the height of the pyramid.